But for the first time in studio on the program, hit it, Frankie. Is he there? Is he actually here? The real heavyweight champion, my heavyweight champion, your heavyweight champion, the pride of England, the pride of Wigan. Is it you? In the flesh?
It's me.
Wow.
Nice to see you, man.
Is this the first time we meet in person?
It is actually, yeah.
Holy shit.
It is.
You smell great, by the way.
Thank you. Thank
Wow.
you. This is one of them
Hello.
T-shirts.
Oh, Mr. Aspinall is here.
Yeah, he's not coming on though.
Can I shake his hand?
Shake his hand.
I mean, just out of
He
respect.
said he's not coming on.
Okay, well, nice to meet you, sir. It's an honor. Thank you. Thank you for coming. And I hope you have, if you want a chair right over here, please get comfortable. Mr. Aspinall in the back, you don't introduce him. That's
No, he
very rude.
said he didn't want to come on, that's why.
Okay,
So
just make sure your head is not in the camera shot there, but you're good. You're
He's
good.
not in the camera shot.
He's a humble man. What do you think?
These chairs are a bit weird, aren't
Is
they?
it weird? Do you feel uncomfortable?
I'm all right. I'm good. This is a very bougie setup you've got here, actually.
Are you surprised?
I'm quite surprised.
Usually people come on, they're like, oh, we thought it was your
This
basement.
is beautiful.
Yeah.
Absolutely beautiful building.
See,
yeah.
we're not
Like
quite
it a lot.
the rinky-dink setup.
Very nice.
You should, if we're being honest, for the bands, you should have come on the Monday after MSG with the belt. Like that was a missed
You
opportunity.
didn't invite me to be
That's
fair.
such bullshit.
I have to get back, Ariel. I've got a lot of responsibilities at home,
yeah,
so
know yourself,
I've got to get
Tom.
back. What's all this stuff? This is nice stuff. Where's
Yeah.
mine?
Do you have one?
I don't think I've got one.
No.
The Izzy one's good. I like the Izzy one.
Izzy one might be the best one.
It could be the best one.
Plastic Cell.
I like
Shout
it a
out
lot.
to them.
I like it a lot. Yeah, very
this one's
nice.
a cool one. You know
That
this?
is cool.
You know what this is?
Of course, come on.
No, I actually think you don't.
It's Rory McDonald.
Okay.
After he fought Robbie Lawler.
Wow. Which number?
What? The number of the UFC that?
Yeah.
I have no idea.
189.
No, I wouldn't know. I wouldn't know that.
Is it crazy that we've never actually met in
I
person?
know it is. We spoke a lot
Yeah.
over the years. Yeah.
Dare I
but
say,
never-
like we're kind of mates.
Does the vibe still check in real life, or is it? A bit
You?
off? Yeah.
You smell better than I thought.
Oh, I smell it.
Yeah,
No, I said
yeah.
The vibe, though, is the vibe there.
What? The aura?
Yeah.
You're Tommy Aspinall. You're the freaking heavyweight champion of the world.
A lot of athletes will be able to relate to this. This is one of them T-shirts that stinks even when it's clean, so you got to extra spray
is
it.
that
But
true?
I like the fit of the T-shirt.
Shout out to Gym
yeah.
King.
Yep, thank you.
Did you see our producer Connor wearing?
I did. Very happy with that. That's cool. That's a cool
You know that
arrival.
he had mentioned before your last fight that your store, whatever your store is, doesn't ship to America. Do you know this? Have you rectified this?
Yeah, it's not rectified.
Fucking hell.
It's not that popular yet. It's on the come up.
A fan bought it for him.
Yeah, he
from
said, that's so nice of him. I really
These are the
appreciate
types of people that
I
support
really
you.
appreciate stuff like that. That's cool. That's cool.
So what brings you to New York?
I got stuff to do.
Oh, you were supposed to say come on this
Well,
program.
no, I wanted to come on the show, obviously.
Okay.
I wanted to come on the show. This is the first time I've actually been to the States and not fought.
Oh, wow.
Actually. And hopefully I'm not fighting on Saturday, but you never know.
Wow, no. Well,
No,
I
I'm
don't think
not
there's a
gonna fight on
heavyweight
Saturday.
fight, right?
There is.
Oh, no,
No.
light heavyweight.
There's a light heavyweight fight.
Not heavyweight, but
No heavyweight fights.
Okay.
So I'm clear of fights, and yeah, I've just got some media stuff to do. I'm en route to Vegas. I'm enjoying myself here.
this is your first time back in New York since.
So I've only been once, and that's when I fought. So
crazy.
anybody knows that, like, when you're fighting somewhere, you can't really enjoy it. Like,
Right.
you're not chilling, you're not going out seeing stuff, you're not doing, enjoying stuff. You're just thinking about your fight. So this is the first time I've been, and like, yeah, I'm enjoying. I've only been here a day.
Sure. And you're here till
I'm here 2 more days.
2 more days, and then you go to Vegas
to
for
Vegas.
300.
Yes.
Now, in Vegas, are we going as just a fan? Is there some business to attend to?
A little bit of both.
Okay.
A little bit of
interesting,
both. Yeah.
Interesting. What
Yeah.
kind of business?
Well, I can't tell you.
Okay.
I can't.
You need my
I've
help.
I've got some work to do with the UFC.
Okay.
As in, like, not business fight-wise, but, meeting fans.
Okay.
Signings, stuff like that.
Okay.
And then we need to talk about our next fight and stuff like that as well.
Right.
And I want to watch the 300, of course.
When you're here, I know you've been here for 24 hours or so.
Yep.
Does it bring back memories of November? Do you get that warm, fuzzy feeling inside?
No, I feel different this time.
How so?
I think last time I was just a bit overwhelmed with it all because they put us right on Times Square, Like right on Times Square. Showed up, obviously. I had a week's notice before I arrived there. So it was just all like a massive whirlwind of me having... I think a lot of people don't realise when you don't have a work visa coming to America, it's very difficult. Like, I'm from Manchester and we have to go to London. So I was on call constantly to see if I could go and get a work visa. And then I got injured. Yeah. I didn't get injured. Like, for me, an injury is like, you need surgery.
Right.
I had an issue with my body.
Your back, right?
My back, yeah. So I pulled my back really bad. So I wasn't even training properly. Then I was on call to get this visa. I had to keep going to London, and then I had to fly all the way over here, and just all the logistics that went with it. So it was just a big, massive, overwhelming experience.
Stressful.
Very stressful.
First title fight.
All that.
Short notice.
All that stuff. Fighting
MSG.
a guy that just won 6 first-round knockouts, and me fighting without a training camp there's a lot going on, mate.
And the back.
The back.
Was the back hurting on the Saturday?
Yes.
Badly?
You know what? It was really weird because I took the fight, I don't know exactly what day it was. It was like just over 2 weeks away. I think it was on the Friday.
Okay.
And then the fight was 2 weeks on Saturday. So the first thing I said to my team, my coaches and stuff, I said, listen, I don't really know where I'm at. I need to spar. That's like what I want to do is I want to spar. That's the closest thing you can do to actually being in a real fight is sparring. Said I want to get 5 different heavyweight sparring partners. I want to stay in for the 5 rounds. Give me a fresh guy every round. That was the plan. That's usually what I do to prepare for a fight. Then I think it was in the 3rd or 4th round, I just pulled my back really bad, and I was just like stiff as a board. And we just basically near enough pulled the plug completely on training at that point. And it was just like, listen, we're just going to wing this and see how it goes.
But not pull the plug on the fight, right?
No, not
Yeah.
we just said we're just going to keep the training to like a minimum, try and get some timing stuff in, no more sparring, and we're just going to see what goes on.
How was that flight, by the way, with the bad back?
It was fine because they flew me business. And when I'm in business, I'm a tall guy, I can just
Yeah.
we're all good.
But still, it's not the most...
No, to be honest, the back wasn't... I couldn't train, but I knew with a bit of an adrenaline, I could fight.
You'd be fine.
Right. Yeah, I was all good.
Has life considerably changed for you since November? Like, do you feel a difference? You walk out on the street, people come up to you.
I guess I'm a bit more popular, but what does that mean, really? It doesn't really mean much.
I mean, people are noticing you, people are coming up, people want your time, people are pulling you in different directions.
Yeah, I don't mind it, that's cool.
So that's a good byproduct.
Yeah, that's cool.
Is there anything that you don't like about this new life that you have? Because you strike me, correct me if I'm wrong, as a pretty private guy.
Yeah, I'm definitely a bit of a private guy. I want to be more private.
You'd rather be more private.
I don't know, because I remember GSP telling me, the great GSP, great GSP.
Yes, he's somewhere here.
He told me about, we chatted a little bit about this pressure stuff, and he said, if you don't like it, it's easy, just lose. And so obviously it's a byproduct of being good.
Right.
But I'm okay with that. I'm getting used to it, I think. I think I'm getting used to it. The thing is, when you get more popular, people want to drag you down, don't they? They want to take from you.
Right.
But that's something that I'm still getting used to. This whole like popular stuff, I'm not saying like I'm Michael Jackson or anything, because I'm absolutely not.
No, but...
like 3 years ago, no one had any idea who I am. And now it's like, I'm a bit more popular than I used to be, for sure.
But even like, there's some people who put their family out, who, they want... You don't do any of that.
I try not to, yeah.
Nothing.
No.
Your wife, you don't...
I think that... So for me to be in this position where I am, I put myself there. I chose to do it. I understand that for me to be the best MMA fighter in the world, that brings a lot of popularity, a lot of eyes on me. And I chose to be like that. That's a byproduct of my success. That's a byproduct of me doing well. My family, they didn't choose that. And I don't feel like I should drag them in, because it does have tough moments. You know what I mean? Like, I'm still getting used to the fact that people feel like they can just say whatever they want to me. And yeah, they can just get away with it.
You mean on the street or like on social media?
In general, just, both. Both.
People aren't shouting things at you on the street.
Occasionally, yeah.
Really?
Occasionally they do, yeah.
Trying to like wind you up?
Sometimes.
No, that's crazy.
They do.
Going up to the heavyweight champ?
Oh, well, when you put drinking drunks involved, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Have you had to smack anyone?
No.
Beat anyone up?
No.
Choke them?
Nope.
Nothing?
Nothing.
But step to someone?
No.
Okay.
No, none of that. None of that stuff. No, but I chose to put myself in that spot, so I don't want to, like, especially children, I feel like you can't drag them in without the consent. Like, maybe my kids don't like that.
Of course.
I don't know. When they're old enough, if they say, listen, I want to be in the public eye now, like, I want to be part of that, I'll say, absolutely, come along with me, do this, whatever. But right now, they can't. They're not old enough to make that educated decision. They don't old enough to make the educated decision on, do I want to be in the public eye or not? So right now, it's not.
Your oldest is how old?
7.
So do they understand
The oldest
you
one
are?
does a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah, the oldest one does, yeah.
Maybe some friends in school say
Yeah,
your
that's
dad.
it. I think that he doesn't really care that much.
Yeah.
But I think now the fact that his friends and like the older kids at school, they care. And obviously when you're younger at school, you look up to the older ones.
Yeah.
So I think he's like, oh, this is like a bit of a big deal. But he's really chilled. He's really cool.
How come they don't bring you out? Like I saw Ilya Taporia, he's out there with Real Madrid.
Mm.
Why doesn't Man City or Man United bring you out? I saw you at Old Trafford,
Yeah,
right?
I went to Old Trafford, but
In the like before
I
a
don't know.
match or something?
I'm not sure,
This
I'm
is
not
crazy.
Sure. I don't know.
Is it because maybe in England there's just so much going on?
UK MMA now is absolute peak. Like it's
And combat, right? Boxing.
It's just amazing. It's so like I'm so proud to be part of the UK MMA thing, and like I say, combat sports in general. Look at the heavyweight champions of the world are from the UK, and you can't deny that.
Yes.
So that's great.
I haven't talked to you since AJ fought Francis.
Yes.
Were you surprised by that?
No.
Why? Why you said that so quickly?
Because it's heavyweight combat sports.
Right.
You can't
But
be
that
surprised
quick,
with that
that
stuff.
one-sided?
I thought that Francis did amazing against Tyson, and I know Tyson personally. I've trained with Tyson.
Sure.
He's incredible, and I think I bought into the fact that Francis is like really good at boxing, and he got clipped with a shot. He got clipped with a shot and went down, and in my opinion, he never recovered. And AJ, since he's been doing his, he looks way more confident than he used to be. He looks like he's got his mojo back, and he looks great.
Do you think, have you been with Tyson leading up to Usyk?
No,
He's in Saudi, right?
Not for a while.
Or somewhere?
No, I think he's still in the UK. As
He's
far as
still?
I know. Yeah.
Okay.
I think so.
Obviously you think he beats Usyk. That's your guy.
I think it's a tough fight for him.
Oh.
I think I really rate Usyk. I think Tyson hasn't been looking. He didn't look great in his last fight, but I don't know what the reasons were for that. I don't know. So if Tyson's on good form, I'm sure he can beat Usyk, yeah.
In retrospect, you chalk that more up to Tyson not being in great form or what Francis did?
I don't know. I think Tyson and his team know, though.
Okay.
And I think they're smart people and they'll keep it close. In my opinion, if you have a bad performance, and to be honest, even if you had a good performance, I shouldn't have really said about my back and stuff. But
Why is that?
It's out there. I don't know. I was just a bit happy after the fight and it just kind of slipped out. I was planning on keeping it to myself.
It just adds to the legend.
Yeah, but I feel like it kind of disrespects your opponent a little bit, and I don't really like that.
Because you beat him hurt?
Yeah, I'm like, it's a bit of a corny move, and I shouldn't have never said it, but it's out there, so obviously I'll talk about it. And Tyson's a smart guy, his team are smart people, and they're not going to start saying, I didn't do well because of this, this, and this.
Right.
That's just not what they're going to do.
AJ Tyson, this version of AJ.
Yes. I think it's a great fight, Yeah. I think it's an amazing fight. Is it going to happen, though? You know my feelings on boxing.
Yeah, I was just going to say, look at boxing giving us all the big fights.
The boxing...
Because of you.
It's gone a lot better,
You
though,
talked
hasn't
shite.
It's gone a lot... It has gone a lot better, though.
It has.
I take it back.
You take it all back? You're officially taking
Maybe
it
not
back?
all of it.
Okay.
Maybe not. I'm only speaking as a fan, I'm not speaking
No,
as a
I know.
fighter. I think
I know.
being as a... Boxers are probably... Maybe not probably. Boxers are definitely in a better spot than MMA fighters. They call the shots. They can do what they want.
Oh, this is a change.
That's pretty... No, I'm talking as a boxer, as a prize
Sure.
fighter.
Got it. Yes.
As a fan, sometimes boxing can get a little bit sketchy.
Because it's splintered and everyone's...
Especially when you start going to these events and it's like, fair enough, they might do like a decent main event, but below the main event, sometimes, more than sometimes, it's a 16-0 guy against a 5-15 guy, and I don't like to watch that.
Yeah. But is that any different than going to like a lower level MMA show and there's some... You know what I mean?
You're probably right. Yeah, I never thought from that perspective. Yeah, I'm just hating on boxing over here.
I'm getting you.
You're getting me. Yeah, but it's definitely on the up. It's definitely on the up. Definitely. But now these Saudis have got involved in all that stuff. It's great.
Do you think it'll ever get to the point where the MMA heavyweight champion of the world, you,
Yes.
is treated the same way as Tyson Fury?
Maybe one day. You know what I don't like, though, and what I feel like we get pushed into a lot as MMA fighters is this MMA versus boxing thing. I think everyone can exist in the same...
Of course.
In the same stratosphere. Like, it doesn't have to be like, which one's the top dog? Is it MMA or boxing? Like, they both have a place in the world of entertainment, in my opinion. Like,
Yes.
why does one have to slag the other off? It doesn't have to be like that. It's like, boxing's great, MMA's great, kickboxing's great. It's all good stuff. Let's enjoy it all. Like,
Did you watch WrestleMania?
No, I didn't watch WrestleMania. I actually got invited to WrestleMania, but I didn't go.
Why?
I don't know.
We could have hung out. I was there.
You were there?
Yeah.
It was in Chicago, wasn't
Philadelphia.
it? Philadelphia, sorry.
Yeah.
When I went to the airport, actually, the guy at the airport, you know, like the check-in guy or whatever, he was asking me, was I a wrestler? You just compete at wrestling? I was like, no, I'm a UFC fighter now.
Are you not a fan?
No, I'm definitely a fan. I just don't have time to watch it all. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm not a fan where, like, I'll make time to watch it. I'll watch some stuff. I used to watch it a lot when I was younger and stuff. I'm not opposed to watching it at all. I couldn't tell you, like, who the top guys are now because I don't watch it, but if it's on, I'll definitely watch
You've heard of The Rock, yes?
Come on.
He was there.
I know he was. Another guy just told me that, actually, that he was there. That would have been nice, wouldn't it? See The Rock, meet The Rock. That would have been cool. He's a legend.
Because now, obviously, it's all under the same umbrella, right? TKO, WWE, UFC. And what a week this is with 300. So for the company, it's gigantic. How close did it get to Tom Aspinall in 300?
I thought you were going to ask me about how close did it get to me signing for the WWE.
Oh, why? Was that a thing?
It wasn't.
Okay.
Not very close, to be honest. They asked me about Stipe, like, but not even officially. They were just like, what about fighting Stipe? At 300, I was like, yep, can't be him. And then they were like...
How long ago was that?
A couple of months ago.
Okay.
Like probably beginning of the year-ish, February, January, something like that. I was like, yeah, can't be in. And then they were like, actually, no, he just wants to fight Jon. It's like, okay, cool.
Did they go to someone else? Maybe Gane or someone like that?
No, that was it.
It was just Stipe.
That's all they asked. Yeah.
Okay. Were you disappointed?
Yeah. I like fighting. I like fighting people. That's what I'm here for. I'm not here to duck and dive and choose my opponents and nitpick. I'm here to fight, and that's it.
And obviously this was a big deal, right? The card is a big stage. Seemed perfect. And did Pereira's name come up ever at any point?
Not really. Not by the UFC.
I know you guys were sort of flirting with each other.
We were just flirting.
But it was never something that
there was a little bit of talk that he wanted to go to heavyweight, and I was like, well, if he wants to go to heavyweight, he's obviously going to want to fight the champion.
Right.
So I thought, I'll put my name forward, see what goes on. Let's do a bit of internet stuff going on. And people started to get behind it. I was like, maybe the UFC are going to get behind it. But it turns out that Pereira wants to stick at like heavyweight. And good luck to him. Like, he's got a massive fight this weekend. It's going to be a great fight. I'm very excited for that fight.
Obviously, Jon is Jon, but like between Stipe and Pereira, which kind of, fictitious fight at the moment would have interested you more?
Any of them.
But between those two particular guys?
They're both great. I'm not bothered. I'd love to fight Stipe. Yeah, in my opinion, he's the heavyweight GOAT. But I don't want to disrespect Stipe. This is not my intention with this. But he's definitely on the back end of his career.
Right.
So I don't think that, it's not as good as beating him when he was at his best. I'm not picky, I'm not picky at all. I just want to fight people.
This event on Saturday, correct me if I'm wrong, have you been to an event in Vegas as a fan?
No. I've only been to 2 events in Vegas. I fought on both of them, and they were in COVID.
Apex.
Yeah, Apex.
Have you been to any events in America as a fan?
No.
Wow, this is a big deal.
I'm not. I don't spend much time over here, to be honest.
No, I know.
No,
yeah.
I'm not like. I'm a home guy. I like being at home.
Well, because I'm just thinking of like when they show those shots on TV, like, oh, look who's here and look who's here.
Bilal Muhammad again. Gilbert Burns again.
It's Bilal
every event.
and Alex Pereira. Jamal Hill. Bilal and Jamal Hill on every and Gilbert Burns.
Lads, get a hobby. Get a hobby. You're going to every event.
Is it too much?
What the hell?
Even the Apex events they're at.
Every event. I'm like, oh my God. What?
That wouldn't be you.
No. I'm not flying across the Atlantic every week.
No, but if you lived here, I still think that wouldn't be you.
No, it wouldn't be me.
No.
It wouldn't be me. No. I like just popping my head up when, every now and again. I'm not in for the... I'm not saying these guys are, by any means, but... I like private time. Like, I like family time. I like doing my own little thing and spending my own little time. And then when I need to pop my head up, like this week, I'll pop my head up, I'll do all the media stuff, and then I'll go back to the routine and do my usual stuff next week.
Are you looking forward to just being there as a spectator?
Oh, absolutely. I'm a massive UFC fan, you know.
Right.
I mean, times have changed a little bit. There's an event every week now, so I can't keep up with everybody. I don't know everybody in every weight like I used to. And a lot of the time, I'm just watching heavyweights. I'm just seeing what's out there. I'm watching big fights. But absolutely, I love MMA, mate. I absolutely love it. Like, there's no one on this planet who's more passionate about MMA than me. I absolutely live and breathe for MMA. Love it.
Speaking of which, 299 heavyweights, your old mate Curtis Blaydes.
Yeah.
Were you surprised by that win over Jailton
No,
Almeida?
absolutely not. I thought he was I thought that Curtis was going to win.
You did?
Yeah, I did. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised either way. It's heavyweight MMA. You never know what's going to go on. But, yeah, I wasn't surprised. I think that he was a little bit untested, Almeida, and Curtis Blaydes is like been through it all in the UFC. The guy's great. I think he's really, really good. He's a really good opponent. And with these veterans, it's not as easy as it is with the other guys. Like I've fought a few veterans myself, and I know you can't just go in there and just get rid of them like you can do the other guys. So yeah, big win for Curtis. Congratulations.
So shortly thereafter, Dana White does an interview with TNT Sports. Which, by the way, your new home. Congratulations on
Tom
the new
Aspinall's
program.
Fight Lab.
Incredible.
Have you checked it out?
I've checked it out. It's you and Adam Catterall.
Me and the Catman, yeah.
Every month before the
and a celebrity guest every time.
Joe Cole?
Joe Cole was the first one.
Legend.
I don't think I can announce anymore, so I'll stop.
Sorry.
I don't want my new bosses to get at me. But yeah, we've got that going. We've got the YouTube channel going now. Where I'm trying to do little bits, you know what I mean? Bits that don't take up too much time.
How many people you have working for you? We have the promo right there. Look at that. Look at your...
yeah, that's me. Yeah. That's
welcoming
me.
you.
That's me.
How many? Because your YouTube channel is quite impressive.
Thank you. It's good.
You've got like a whole, and your social media.
Me and a couple of guys. That's all. Me and a couple of close friends. Do you know what I mean? We've not got this massive team of people. These are friends of mine. People I work with are people that I like.
There it is, right there.
Yeah. Thank you. Thanks for the
promotion.
Thanks for the.
It's great. The stuff that you do is great. I want to ask you about one particular video in a moment. But did you feel like this was a necessity to get people more invested in you, emotionally attached to you, your journey and stuff?
I think so. I think that people, and as well, something that. I'm kind of learning. I mean, I'm learning all the time about the way this stuff works, but I feel like I have some actual, I don't like to call it fans, you know what I mean? But I feel like I've got...
I think you have a couple of them.
I feel like I've got some true supporters, and I feel like I need to let people in more, a little bit. I want to bring people along with me with the journey, and now I feel like on the YouTube channel, even though it's really in its infancy, we were just talking about it actually in the car, it's like I feel like it's no longer just people just being like, oh, there's Tom Aspinall, let's click a video and watch, because it's, you know, I feel like it's actually like people who are like kind of fans of the YouTube channel now, which is like a small, quote-unquote, community going on there, which is still in its infancies, but it's doing really, really well.
No, great stuff. The training stuff with, like with Rico and the big lad.
The heavyweight squad is in there.
Yes.
We got a great heavyweight squad going in the gym.
I always screw
Eddie
up.
Hall.
Eddie Hall, no, but the team, the PT named the team.
We're not calling it that, though.
You don't like it?
I don't like it.
Why?
Well, it's a bit,
you guys are all friendly.
BFG you're talking about. Yeah. We're keeping it.
Mick, you.
There's a lot of, we've got one of the best heavyweight rooms in the world, mate, and I'm not over-exaggerating on that. We've got like between 10 and 20 world-level heavyweights on the mat when we're in training camp, and it's just incredible. It's great.
What about this hamburger that you put together?
It's not mine. It's a local... It's like a local burger place.
TCB? What, TBC? The TBC burger?
No, it's not T. That says the.
No, at the bottom it says TBC burger sauce. The burger collection?
TBE. Well, I can't even see it. I need my glasses.
Does that not say TBC? Connor, does it not say TBC?
The burger capital.
TBC burger sauce?
The burger capital.
Yeah, TBC.
Yeah, it's like their own sauce.
We do our research here.
Yeah, oh great. Well, yeah, they're a little...
4 patties, though, is a little much, no?
Oh, well, I'm a big guy.
4 patties and the cheese
big.
and
it's great, you know. Do you see my video of me making
Yes,
it? Yeah,
I saw it.
Cool, yeah.
But is it your idea or did they
No, it's their idea.
Oh,
no, I
okay,
just tagged along. I just tagged along and...
yes, the videos are great.
Great, thank you.
I enjoy the production.
But back to the Tom Aspinall's MMA lab.
Yes, we're kind of going all over here.
We are, sorry.
We're all over the gap here, Tom.
We are all over the gap. It's just going to be a new show, a little bit different to a normal breakdown show. So it's going to be like, my brother's on there as a little cameo. He's going to be like the body. And I'm going to talk about the fights, break it down, me and Adam Catterall. And we're going to talk about the fights. And then I'm actually going to like demo some of the techniques that we're talking about, so people get a little visual on it and stuff. Again, we've only recorded 1 episode. It's early on, so please be patient with me.
It's early days, as they say.
Very early days.
And your brother's a fighter?
My brother trains.
Okay.
He trains. He's never actually fought, but he's trained for a long time. We're a family of martial artists, aren't we? Everyone trains him.
Will he fight?
I don't know.
Okay.
That's up to him. I think to fight, you need to have extreme dedication. Extreme. And I don't know if he wants to do it. That's completely up to him. But he's a very high level everything. Like, he's a good striker, good grappler, he can do everything. But,
how old is he?
Oh, he's not mega young. He's, how old is he now? 27? 27.
Okay. So he's no spring chicken,
No
as they
spring
say.
chicken, but
all right.
He's a big guy, big athletic guy.
One of the reasons I mentioned TNT was because Dana White did an interview with TNT Sports.
So we are all over the gaff, aren't we, actually?
We are. But we come back. Don't worry. And he said something in the interview that got the fans in the UK very excited.
Yes.
He looked at the schedule and he said, "Hold up, I've got a heavyweight champ, I've got a welterweight champion. We need to go to the UK." And there have been rumors of the Manchester card, and everyone thought, "Okay, you and Leon." What could you tell us? Clear the air for all of us here. What could you tell us about this card? Is there a pay-per-view in Manchester?
That's what I'm hearing. I don't actually know. I guess I'll find out this weekend. That's what I'm hearing.
In July, right?
That's what I've heard also in July. I don't think it's confirmed that it's Manchester yet, but I've heard strong rumours that it's...
The new arena, would it be?
The Co-op Arena, I believe it's called.
Is it open yet?
It's not open. I think it opens in April. So... this month,
April.
sorry, this month.
Okay.
Sorry. Hey, it's my birthday in a few days, you know.
Happy birthday.
Thank you.
Which day?
11th.
You have to think about it for a sec.
Yeah.
Well, that's in 3 days.
3 days.
You'll be in Vegas.
I'll be in Vegas. Yeah.
You and Mr. Aspinall are going to paint the town red.
Probably not. We're going to enjoy ourselves, though. It'll be fun. It'll be a good time.
Anyway, you keep okay, so what about this? Dana White says this.
Yep.
What's your reaction to this comment?
Excellent. That's great. I want to fight. That's all. I want to fight.
You like the idea of a pay-per-view
Absolutely.
in England?
Absolutely. Look, what do you think? There's all a lot of controversy with my position, I guess, at the moment in the division.
Is there?
I mean, not controversy. People just argue online about it, don't
Sure.
they? Like to do that. For
Right.
reason. Grown men love to sit there going, I'm pretty pissed off.
Yeah,
let's do a comment.
yeah.
It's
It is bizarre.
Weird thing. But it's a bit of a, what's the word? Juxtaposition. Is that right?
It's a tremendous word.
Yes, a bit of a juxtaposition at the moment in the heavyweight division, whereas we have an interim champion who's potentially going to defend the belt, which is pretty rare.
It has happened.
It's happened.
Yes.
Happened, but it's rare.
Sure,
You don't hear about it a lot.
Sure.
But it's not. I don't know if it's happened when the champ is going to come back, does it? I don't know. Anyway, we're in a juxtaposition at the moment. A lot of people are like, just wait, you shouldn't have to defend it, blah, blah, blah. You really think I'm going to sit in Manchester and watch a show in my hometown and watch an event and not fight? Come on. Absolutely not. I have to fight somebody.
Also, you want to get paid too. Like just sitting around and waiting.
But it's not. I mean, money's one thing, but like, I was off for a year with an injury, a massive injury, a potential career-ending injury. I don't want my career to be over, and I don't want to sit on the sidelines waiting. I want to go and do my thing, and I want to prove I'm the best. I'm not a nitpicker. I'm not a guy who says, "Oh, let me just wait this one out." No, I'm a fighter. I want to fight people. This is what I'm here to do. Like I believe I'm nowhere near my prime actually yet, but my body's good and my mind's good, and why should I not?
So you're on this card. I feel like there are three options.
Okay.
Curtis Blaydes.
Yep.
Great story, right? Mm-hmm. Ciryl Gane. Great story there too.
Yep.
Stipe.
Three options.
I feel like Stipe probably not going to happen.
I don't think so.
So we're down to two.
Yes.
If Dana White this weekend says to you or Hunter Campbell, all right, what do you want, champ? Who are you picking?
Curtis Blaydes, of course.
Why?
Because we were supposed to fight. We had a fight for 15 seconds. I injured my knee, and he has a win over me. So of course I want that fight first. First of all, let's not beat around the bush here. Jon Jones is the guy I want to fight.
Sure.
Of course.
But that's probably not happening
That's
in
not
July.
happening.
Yeah.
That's not happening. Then we go Stipe. Of course. He's free. Makes sense. That's not happening. So the next guy I want to fight, Curtis Blaydes, because we have some unfinished business. It's nothing against Curtis. Personally, I actually like Curtis. Like, we spent some good time together. I met his dad and everything, met his team. Great people, like top of the food chain type people, my kind of people. Professionally, we've got a big problem here, and I want to get that one back.
Do you think there's any chance that it's Jon or Stipe?
No.
No chance. Zero.
No.
Okay. And what if they say to you, yeah, maybe we don't love the Curtis idea. We want Ciryl.
Yep.
What do you say?
I'll take him out then.
But there's a part of you that, correct me if I'm wrong, doesn't love the idea. Is it because you were chasing him and he dismissed you?
He's dismissed me on multiple occasions, and I'm not the first guy that he's dismissed. I'm not the first guy that he's ducked. It's out there for people to see. The reason that I got the Pavlovich fight was because Ciryl didn't want it. So he ducked Pavlovich. He then ducked Curtis Blaydes. Curtis Blaydes has been on record saying that. I asked for him years ago, didn't want it then. I then asked for him in Paris. They flew me over. We tried to make that fight. He didn't want it then. And we'll see what the UFC want to do. But
I have no inside info at all on this, but I feel like they're going to try to do you versus Ciryl. That's what I feel. What do you think?
I don't know. I have no
Just
idea.
because I feel like they really, they like him. He's
definitely popular.
He's very popular.
He's definitely popular. And I'm not discrediting
he's a great
his skills.
fighter.
And I'm also not discrediting him as a person. I like him. Like, we spent some time together also. He's a good guy. I just don't like the way he does stuff professionally, because that's the opposite to what I do. I'm here to fight people. I'm here to prove I'm the best, not duck out of fights with people. So if we have to fight, excellent. Like, I want to fight people.
Is it a little bit more personal with you and Ciryl?
No, it's more personal with me and Curtis.
Interesting.
Yeah, I want to fight Curtis.
Even though he didn't injure you, and he was a class act about it in the aftermath, was he not?
Curtis is great. Curtis is a great guy.
But it's just about like righting that wrong.
I just want to right the wrong, yeah.
Right.
To be honest, fighting isn't personal for me anyway. Fighting's a sport.
There's no fighter that you've ever competed against that you said, I don't like this guy, and I really...
It's irrelevant to me. It's irrelevant to me. Feelings, how I feel about the person is irrelevant for me. Like, I train with some of my best friends in the world. Some of the best people I know, I train with them. And I punch them as hard as I can in the face on a regular basis. Like, this is a sport for me. It's nothing. They're not my enemies, they're my opponents. Just because I don't like the way, for example, Ciryl does business or whatever, it doesn't mean that I dislike him, I discredit him as a person. If he signs a contract, I have to do everything I can to beat him, and that's it. Like emotions, personal relationships, how they are as a person, doesn't even come close to the feeling I have with someone when I fight. It's just literally sport, and that's it, business.
Wow. That's wild to me. Like, there's never been a guy, I don't like that guy, and I'm going to use this as a little motivation to get up in the morning.
Doesn't matter to me, mate.
Never.
You can be my best friend in the world, or they can be my worst enemy. When I sign the contract and they lock that cage door and the bell goes, I'm trying to take them out from the first second. And that's the way it goes. It's purely sport, mate, for me. Purely sport. Like, they're trying to do it to me, I'm trying to do it to them for that 25 minutes. We can shake hands after, we can have a beer, or we can never speak to each other again. Whatever. Doesn't bother me. Business.
Mid-July is rapidly approaching. When would you like to know by?
This weekend.
Okay, this is it.
I mean, ideally, I want as much notice as possible.
Yeah.
But last time I had no notice and it went pretty good.
Sure.
So I'm not too bothered, but as early as possible so I can start, organising my training camp and doing all the rest of it.
Okay, and now we get to the fun stuff.
I thought that was the fun stuff.
No. There's more fun.
Okay, go on.
Just a few weeks ago, you put out a great video blog of
what happened in the video blog
of a Arnold Fitness.
Oh yeah,
competition.
you're talking about. Why we always got to talk about John?
Come on. And by the way, there's a new layer to this story that we'll get to in a moment.
Go on then.
Come on, this video. You can't tell me you don't want to talk about John when you put together this incredible video blog of you like planning out a whole day just to catch a glimpse of the guy. And then it's you going through the crowd.
Yeah.
Tell me, how does this all happen? Because someone had to have led you there, right? Security.
Yeah, well,
did they ask him first?
It was really weird, So we were both doing meet and greets. Oh, this on my video's on, is it?
Yeah,
we were both doing meet and greets.
Yes.
But we were like 20 metres away from each other.
The whole time?
The whole day.
Oh, gosh.
The whole day. And then I was like, I can't just leave without doing something, like saying hello. Do you know what I mean? I just want to go and say hello. But his manager didn't want me to go over.
Who was that? Abraham?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he was there.
Okay.
He didn't want me to go over.
He put the kibosh on it.
Tried to.
You found out about this?
Yeah, he tried to.
Okay.
And even when I went over, like I was in, pretty close to him, and he was like, no, you can't do this. I was like, no, I'm just saying hello. We just want to say hello, that's all. I'm not trying to like cause a scene or nothing. I honestly wasn't trying to cause a scene. I just wanted to see, like, face to face. That's what I said. Are we going to do this or what? And he was like, oh, I'd like to. Give me the brush off. You give me the. Yeah, that's it. That's it.
Okay, so the hand on the shoulder, seen around the world. What is there's two thoughts. There's two schools of thought. One, surgically repaired shoulder. He didn't want you.
People are doing breakdowns on this.
Oh yes,
it's wild.
Or the other one is he's trying to say like you can't alpha meal.
I don't know.
What do you think? Come on.
I just put my hand on his shoulder and he took it off.
It was like, so. It was incredible.
Something that I didn't. So I originally thought that like he thought I was being disrespectful, which I wasn't. So he didn't actually pick up on the audio, but I put my hand on his shoulder and he took it off, and I was like, mate, we're not doing that. Like, I'm not here for that. Do you know what I mean? I'm just here to like say hello and ask, are we going to fight?
Did you feel that was disrespectful? Him removing your hand?
No. It's Jon Jones.
What do you think he thought about that?
I have no idea. I'm not like breaking it down. Like, I don't think about it that much. I was just like, he put that hand on his shoulder, he took it off. Okay, he doesn't want me to touch him, that's fine.
Why did you touch his shoulder?
Like in a friendly way.
Like you did to Sergey
In a
before the
friendly way.
fight.
In a friendly way, that's all. That's nothing
You were just
more.
trying to say, mate.
There was no psychological breakdown of it all. I was like trying to have a chat with him, put my hand on his shoulder in a friendly way.
You wanted to face off.
I wanted to face off, yeah.
And he...
John's smart, you know.
Okay, why?
I don't really want to talk about Jones, you know.
But this is incredible stuff.
Okay, John will not say anywhere. I mean, you're a media guy. There's plenty of media guys around the world. John will not say anywhere, you can't find it, it's not out there, that he will fight me.
Yeah.
He won't say it anywhere.
No.
Publicly.
Right.
He won't say it. You can't find a clip, a quote, nothing anywhere of Jon Jones saying, one day I'm going to fight Tom Aspinall and I'm going to friggin' beat the brakes off him. And that's what I'm going to do. That doesn't exist. And he doesn't want any evidence anywhere of him agreeing to any kind of fight with me, anywhere. Because he doesn't want to go back on that. Do you understand what I mean?
Got it, yeah.
Like, he doesn't want to do a face-off because that promotes a potential fight. He doesn't, when I ask him, John, are we going to do this? He will not say, absolutely, let me get Stipe out the way and we'll do it. He'll instead say, oh, maybe one day. Because he doesn't want that quote of, we're going to fight one day. And it's super smart.
And why do you think that is?
I don't know, mate. Honestly, I don't want to come in here and talk about
Okay,
John
fine,
like
fair enough.
I don't want to. I'm aware that I'm doing a lot of media this week. Everyone's going to ask me about John.
Might as well talk about it here, and then you can say, hey, just go look at Ariel's interview.
Yeah,
We're done.
I will.
Okay.
No, I did it. I have done everything I can to get the fight, and I don't.
But you know, this all helps. Like,
I don't
that weekend, that was the most talked about thing in the sport.
Yeah, it was pretty. It was nice to meet John. Like, I've never met John before. That was cool. But yeah, I feel like I'm kind of beating a dead horse and just keep crying about it, and I don't want to.
But I think there's a difference between crying about the situation and just saying like, "Hey, I saw him. This happened."
Yeah. I see what you mean, but I feel like
you're not crying about the situation
everywhere
right now.
I go and every interview I do, and people are like, "Oh, when you're fighting John," I'm like, "I don't know. I'd love to fight John."
I wouldn't ask such a thing.
Thanks.
But when are you fighting John? No, I'm kidding. What did you make of him? Just like his aura, being like sizing him up. Would you?
He's Jon Jones.
He's Jon Jones,
yeah.
legend. You have great respect for the legends of the game.
I have respect for everybody who does this sport at any level. Do you know what I mean? I do, like, I'm an ambassador for a thing in the UK called Ultra MMA. It's like, so it's kind of like white collar boxing, but an MMA version. So they train for like, 10, 15, 16 weeks for charity.
Okay.
Never done it before. And then they have a fight for charity, like a white collar kind of thing, like 3 2-minute rounds. Honestly, the respect I have for those people, it's off the charts, because this sport is so frigging hard. And I respect anybody and everyone who participates.
Just regular
in the sport.
people?
Regular people.
Okay.
Yeah,
And you help train them?
I don't help train them. I just go to the events.
Okay.
I support the event. I sometimes go to the training sessions. I might give them a little team talk or whatever. Just try and I respect every single person who does this sport. It's so hard.
Okay, I know you don't, but I'd be remiss if I don't ask you about one more thing pertaining to John.
Go on then.
This past weekend, he seemed to have found himself in some hot water.
Yep.
I'm not going to ask you about what happened because you weren't there, and that's not fair to you. But the reason I bring this up is you see these things happen, and once again, there's some drama. And does that just make you think, I need to get this out of my mind? Because there's a good chance we don't know where this guy is at in a year.
Yeah.
And I'm going to be disappointed. So if it comes, it comes, but I can't set my mind to this because there's always something that seems to come up every year or a few months, et cetera, et cetera.
I honestly, I don't spend my days thinking about Jon Jones.
But that's a game changer in your career, right? You become the first guy to ever beat Jon Jones.
Yeah, but on the contrary to what people think, I'm not desperate for that. That fight doesn't define my career. It would be great. It would be nice. But I got other ways to prove myself, and I'm going to be around this sport for at least another 5 years, at least minimum. So yeah, it'd be great if I get the fight. Fantastic, but I'm not like, oh, look what John's done again. It's never going to happen. Oh my God.
Okay.
That's John's business. John can do his thing. If we fight, great. If we don't, great as well. All respect to Jon Jones, one of the GOATs of the sport.
People think that I'm taking a shot at him when I call you the real heavyweight champion, but it's simply because you have more wins in the UFC heavyweight division, and I would say a win over Sergey Pavlovich is equal to a win over Ciryl Gane. So I acknowledge you as the real heavyweight champion.
Well, thanks.
Are you okay with that?
I'm fine with it. Yeah, I'm fine with it.
I think there's actually a chance, call me crazy, I think there's a chance that at some point you become the real heavyweight champion without having to fight him. Similar to Robert Whittaker and
How
GSP.
does that work?
It happened with Robert Whittaker and GSP. GSP beat Michael Bisping.
Yeah, then retired.
And he had a stomach issue.
Yeah.
And then they just made Robert Whittaker
So
the
he
real
just
champ.
automatically gets promoted, if you will. To,
Yeah.
I mean, ultimately, I'd like to fight for it.
You did fight for it.
Yeah, no, I'd like to fight the...
In an alternate universe, Sergey Pavlovich versus Tom Aspinall is a real heavyweight title fight.
Yeah, it was a great fight, and Sergey Pavlovich is a dangerous man.
Yeah.
But what about this stuff that's going on with him and Volkov?
Yeah, what about it?
I heard, I don't know if that's true,
Okay.
but that none of them actually agreed to the fight and they announced it. I don't know how true that is, but that's what I read. It's crazy.
Well, what do you mean it's crazy? This happens all the time.
It's crazy, no, it's crazy.
Have you heard about Dustin Poirier versus Benoit Saint Denis?
Yeah, but I didn't know. I mean, the heavyweights are a little bit closer to home for me because I
fair
fought
enough.
both guys. So
You didn't think it could happen to them?
well, of course it can. But I don't look into everything. Do you know what I mean? I looked into that one more so. Like,
What are you buddies with them?
no, not at all. Not
Okay,
at all.
you just dug a little bit.
But just because, like, lightweights, for example, it'll be like, oh, yeah, that's cool, whatever. But them two, because I fought both of them, it was like, oh, my God, look at this. Like, for me, they're closer to home.
Sure,
I've got a relationship with both of them.
yeah.
I've got a history with both of them, whereas Dustin and St. Denis, I've not. So I was just looking at them like, oh, my God, look at this. This is wild.
You know where that doesn't happen?
I don't know.
What I'm referring to is fights getting announced before they're agreed to. You know where
We're
that
talk
does?
about boxing, aren't you?
Yeah, in boxing it doesn't
Big
happen.
shout out Eddie Hearn.
Yeah. Eddie would
loves
never
it.
do that.
No,
You think
he
Eddie
wouldn't.
does that to Anthony Joshua?
No, he
Hey, Anthony, you're fighting on this day. What?
It sounds like you're trying to trap me into trashing the UFC, which I'm not.
No,
willing to do.
I would never do such a thing.
We know
By
what
the
you
way-
like, Ariel. We know what you like.
Wow. By the way, someone's going to do a 45-minute breakdown of this exchange. Here's the thing. You're the one that brought it up.
What, the boxing?
The Volkov thing.
Yeah, I know, because I was surprised. And you're a man in the know.
Yeah, no.
So, are they actually fighting now, though? What's going on? Because I've not heard
That's a
anything
good
since.
question. Do you like that fight?
Oh, absolutely. I love heavyweight fights.
Who wins that fight?
Oh, it's a tough one. I don't know. I rate both guys very highly. And people will probably listen to this and go, oh, you're just rating them highly because you beat them. No, mate, the top-level heavyweights, the pair of them. And I don't know. I know they were training partners for a long time. Makes it even more interesting. Interesting fight. I don't know. Love heavyweight MMA. It's my favourite.
So it's interesting that you specify heavyweight MMA. You're an MMA fan. Do you watch the other promotions too?
Bits. Not,
Like this big guy, Renan Ferreira, who just knocked out Ryan Bader.
I
heavyweight.
watched that. I watched that fight in particular.
Do you rate him?
Yeah, he looks good. He looks really good. A guy who I trained with recently, he came over to train, Ante Delia. He's like a PFL guy.
He just fought.
Yeah, he just lost. Actually, got injured though in his fight. But he beat, what's his name? Renan. The really tall guy, yeah.
Ferreira.
Renan Ferreira, yeah. So I watched that fight, so I was familiar with him anyway because I watched Ante's fights. And yeah, he looks great. He looks really good.
You think he could beat Francis?
I think anyone can beat anyone in heavyweight MMA. I think it's wild.
Yeah.
It has its own rules. MMA is wild enough on its own, like it's so crazy. And then when you stick little gloves on just gigantic, enormous guys, anything can happen.
Does the title of being the greatest British MMA fighter of all time mean something to you?
Not particularly. Well, Bisping's got that title at the moment, obviously.
At the moment, but when it's all said and done,
Yeah.
is that something that you want? Do you want to be considered the greatest of all time?
I'd like to be in the Hall of Fame. That's what I'd like to do.
But the greatest from your country, I feel like it's right there.
That's great. Yeah, that would be
But
awesome.
is it something that drives you? Is it something you think
It's not
about?
something I think. To be honest, I just think to fight.
Fight to fight.
Fight to fight.
You're
That's
just
it.
you're so like you have tunnel vision.
I have tunnel vision.
You don't think about anything down the line.
Nothing. Tomorrow's not promised. is it?
Right.
So, I'm not trying to get all philosophical or anything, but all that stuff, I feel like I'll think about that when I'm done.
Legacy, your resume, the way people view you.
I just think about the next fight. You know?
Yeah. I'm saying
a
like
simple
all these
man.
things you don't care about.
Not really. I'm a simple man. Like I think when I've got a date and an opponent, that's it, locked in, ready to go. My life revolves around that person for 8 weeks, 12 weeks, however long I've got to train, and that's it. All I think about is how can I get myself prepared in the best way possible? How can I keep my body ready? How can I do all this other stuff? Like, I'm not really concerning myself too much about what other people are doing, what people are saying online and blah, blah, blah. Like, it doesn't really mean anything to me. What means a lot to me is my day-to-day preparation. I have to have the best preparation possible, and I think I'm in a really, really good spot with that.
Did you watch Rico's one-night tournament?
Absolutely.
Could you, like, does that interest you, a one-night tournament
Absolutely not. I think Rico is wild. I said this to him last time we trained. I was like, Rico, mate, what are you doing? Why are you doing this? And he's like, oh, what do you mean? What do you mean? It's like, are you actually insane? He was like, well, yeah, a bit. I was like, 3 fights. The thing is with Rico, he's done everything that there is to do in the sport of kickboxing. He's literally, if you look at the stats and the resume and whatnot, he's literally the best kickboxer to ever like lace up the gloves, ever. And he still wants to prove himself by having 3 fights in a night against dangerous up-and-comers and wins. The guy is absolutely insane, and he is someone that, like, I'm massively inspired by Rico, massively. He gives me a lot, and I really appreciate it.
It's almost like he has lapped the rest of the sport.
Crazy. He's
so he almost
crazy.
has to create these new challenges for himself.
He's
like,
crazy.
He doesn't have anything to prove.
I don't know what he's doing. I don't know. That's what I literally had the same conversation with him. I was like, "What are you doing?" And he just loves it, mate. He loves fighting, loves proving himself, loves being ready to fight, and just lives for it. Absolutely lives for it. And even he's not an old guy. I think he's he's about 34, 35. So, but he's done everything there is to do, and he's got absolutely insane mental strength and motivation.
Did you see this video of Anthony Joshua kicking pads today?
No, I've not seen it.
Oh, Connor, can you do me a favor? Can you
Kicking pads?
Yeah.
Oh no, I've not seen it. Let me see.
Could we just put this up? I retweeted it earlier, and we could put it up in a couple of minutes. I would love to get your thoughts on this. So just Slack me when you have it, because I thought it was really interesting to see the technique. Perhaps Mr. Aspinall. We'll get it in a moment. It'll take a couple seconds to get it up there. But I'm just curious if you've ever done MMA with Rico.
No, I've not actually.
He's never.
No, he has had one MMA fight.
Yes, back in the day.
Yeah. I believe was it in Romania or something? I don't know. But
you never go on the
no, that was before I was training with him. So I think that was like 5 years ago. But as far as he can definitely grapple a bit though, definitely. Because we spoke about it, even just speaking, like I'm aware that he knows what he's doing, and he said that he said himself that he's all right, like he's not bad, and the guy's an absolute freak. I bet he's good.
We always play that sound, the Tommy Aspinall sound. Anytime we reference you, no one else gets this treatment on this program.
Oh, thank you.
You don't have a toy, but you are like immortalized in a different way.
I feel a bit left out without the toy.
Well, we need to work on that.
I don't think there's one. They're not custom made, are they?
These? There's one that's custom made. There's a Tiffany Van Sist one, but yes, the majority of them are all
They're great.
I just wanted to ask, like that night it's almost 3 years ago now.
Which night in particular?
The night from that clip when everyone's dancing.
Oh yeah.
And going crazy.
The Volkov fight.
Volkov fight. Yeah. Like that to me was like kind of your coming out party.
Yeah.
What do you remember most about that night?
So it was kind of weird for me the way it worked, because I had 4 fights during the pandemic, and that was kind of like when the world kind of like quote unquote opened up again, and we started doing like public events again and stuff like that. Like, that was wild. That's when. Because I was obviously a UFC fighter. I was 4-0 with 4 finishes in the UFC before that, if I remember rightly. Yeah, I was 4-0 with 4 finishes at the time. But I felt like, because everyone was indoors, my life didn't change too much. Right. And then after that, that's when it really started to get a bit of wind behind it, I think. But after the last one, over here in MSG, that's when it took a step further, and I think it's just going to go more and more.
To see people in your own country close to your, like, dancing on the streets.
Wild. Yeah.
Was it one of your mates there?
That was my mate that recorded it.
That's
that was my friend of 25 years who recorded that. That's pretty cool, yeah. But people getting arrested and stuff, People like on top of cars.
Yes.
I think the police van showed up and they flipped the police van over. It's just crazy. It was absolutely wild.
But you must have loved it.
Loved it.
Despite the fact that
absolutely. Every time I hear that song, I love it. Even my kids sing the song.
The Tommy version?
Yeah, they love it. And you know what, the UFC, they started getting a bit smart about it, is when I'm fighting, the actual song, Baby Give It Up is the song.
Casey and the Sunshine
They
Man.
will, before they start the promos for my fight.
Oh,
so
they play it?
They play it every time now. So it's like, they'll usually do, because I'm usually fighting high up the card, main event or co-main, they usually have like a bit of a decent promo, so it'll be like, they'll show my promo, they'll show my opponent's promo, then one person will walk, the other person will walk, introductions, fight. But whereas before that, in the interim, before the fight before my fight and my fight, they'll always play that song and I can hear it in the locker room. It's wild.
Just to get it.
It's cool.
Who is credited for singing that first or for starting that? Like to attach your name to that
I
particular
have
song?
absolutely no idea.
You don't know how it started?
No idea.
I always wonder about these chants.
I don't know. Who starts them?
Who starts them?
It's got to be just one person goes for it and then everyone just joins in.
Because it's such a great part of your culture. We don't do that here. No one is like serenading athletes attached to famous songs like they do at football matches and stuff.
Yeah.
I love it.
I don't know why it is, but it's a bit crazy, isn't it, the way that they like.
And it's always like 80s or 70s version
it's
music.
A great song. I knew that song for years anyway because in the UK we've got a thing called Smooth FM. It's a radio station.
Okay.
And it's what like my dad used to listen to in the car, like on the way to training. I used to hate Smooth FM. And now I tune into Smooth FM. Like, I've got to the age where I love the music, and I was really familiar with that song anyway. It's always
That's how you know you're an old man.
That's how I'm getting old. Yeah.
And you listen to that particular, like the original, with your kids. The baby give it up. Ah, that's amazing.
Yeah,
the whole Aspinall clan
just the Tommy Aspinall bit.
Yeah, cool. That's amazing. Cool. That's incredible. Cool. I love that. Do we have that clip? Let me see here. I want to show it to you. Okay, here it is. This is Anthony Joshua hitting mitts. I saw this today on the DAZN channel. What do you think of this technique?
Bit stiff in the hips, isn't he, Big AJ?
Okay, what would you say?
But you can tell he's kicked before.
Really?
Yeah, he's definitely got a good technique, but he's a bit stiff.
Is it me or are the punches a little stiff too?
Well, probably the idea of kicking makes his punches stiff, I would imagine.
Okay.
That's what I
would. So he's overthinking things.
I think so. I think his whole body's become stiff because he's thinking about kicking.
Right? Isn't that crazy?
What it looks like.
One more time if we can. Well, I would love. I know you said your father can't, but what about the technique there, Mr. Aspinall? What do you think? Okay, he agrees.
He's a big man. He's a big man, so he's definitely a bit.
Am I right that the punches look stiff?
They do look a little bit stiff, to be fair.
Why is he doing it?
Yeah, why
I don't know. I just saw it pop up.
Where is he? Is he
I don't know. I literally just saw it right before the show, and I was like, "Oh, that's interesting."
He's wearing a vest. What do you call? You don't call it a vest, do you? You call it like a wife beater or whatever.
Oh yeah.
By the way, while we were on the subject of Ciryl Gane, we're going all over the gaff here.
Okay, yeah.
I was at so I was in Paris when he fought Spivak, actually, when they flew me out to try and make the fight, and it didn't happen. Not my fault. Just saying. But
I remember.
So me and one Michael Bisping were kind of at an after party afterwards. So we went to the after party. We came back to the hotel, and we were just like stood in the hotel lobby just talking. Ciryl walked past, and Ciryl was wearing a white vest, a wife beater.
Okay.
The guy can seriously pull off a vest. He looked fantastic, and he actually invited us to his after party.
Oh.
Me and Bisping went along to his after party with loads of. It was great.
You were hanging out with him.
We were hanging out. We had a great time.
So you're mates.
Yeah, it's perfect. Listen, this is a job for me. I don't hate anybody. Like this is whether we're mates or not, it's like they're irrelevant to me. The personal relationship, if we have one, is completely irrelevant. It's void, if that's the right word. When we fight, we're agreeing to. It's me or them.
Right.
It's me or them. So I like Curtis. I like Ciryl. We've hung out before. I've hung out with both of them. Great guys. Nothing against them. But if it's me or them, it has to be them.
By the way, your wrist over there. Like, why do you just have like black?
You're asking about my tattoos?
Yeah.
So I've got. I don't think you should ask about my tattoos.
Really? Is it a sensitive subject?
It's a bit of a mess, so...
But you just have black. Like, what does that signify?
The amount of cover-ups I've got. So this is all a cover-up, this. And I'm still doing it.
You're covering it up?
This is not covered yet. So I originally had, like, sleeves, like, different style. Then I got my back done. My back took 50 hours. It took a long time. And then I thought, like, this is a cover-up, these are cover-ups, and I thought, like... My sleeves look weird because they were completely different styles, and I wanted to do my sleeves the same style as my back, so I'm redoing my sleeves now. But if you're asking about this black in particular, so when I got my jiu-jitsu black belt, I was like, I'm gonna get a black belt tattooed somewhere, and I thought, right, on the wrist, pretty cool. So my tattoo, I started doing the tattoo, and literally halfway through, I was like, I don't like it, you know. I think it looks a bit corny having like a black belt tattooed around my wrist. And he was like, well, it's a bit late to cover it up now. I was like, can you just cover it with black? And he was like, yeah, sure. So we just ended up doing that.
Wow.
Yeah, but all this arm, literally the full arm is a cover-up.
But when you say a cover-up, do you mean is the whole arm going to be black?
No. This was stuff underneath, so this is like a bit of a Japanese style now. This was all stuff underneath. This top bit, this is black, obviously. This was a tribal. This is like one of my first tattoos. I got it when I was like 15. Like in the UK, we wear like school uniforms, you know, for school, and it was like popping out the school uniform. I thought was like the hardest guy ever, walking around with a tattoo, a tribal tattoo that means absolutely nothing. So a few years later, I decided to cover it. I decided to get it blacked out. It's now blacked out, and now I tried to go over the black with some other stuff, but you can't really see it, so it's just a mess.
Is that a hard conversation to have with the tattoo artist when you say mid-tattoo you don't like it?
No, he's my friend.
He wasn't offended?
No, I mean, he wasn't a fan of the
idea?
The design was my idea, so I just said I don't like the design. I think it looks...
Will you ever, like, put something there, like some color?
Maybe. See, it's hard to do over the black. See, like this, I don't know if you can see it on the camera. But
yeah, it's like, what is that?
This is like a white mask over the top of it. But so you might... See, you can't even see it on screen. When you close up, it's nice. You can see it, but from far away, the white doesn't really stand out as much.
I think you just wanted to flex your big arms for us right there. Look at that.
Sounds not great. It sounds a bit better.
It looks like it would kill to be sitting there and the guy's blacking your wrist.
No, it doesn't matter what colour it is. It hurts.
No, but it's just like there's so much ink right there.
There's a lot going on. There's a lot. Yeah. I mean,
are you done with the tattoos?
When I finish this arm, I think I'm going to be done with it. I always wanted my neck, you know.
No, don't do the neck.
Now my neck's getting a bit common. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know. I think for the time being, I'll be done. Yeah.
And what's the writing here on your?
This means my father didn't give me the fish. He taught me how to catch it.
In what language?
Spanish, I believe.
Okay.
But I'm going to get that covered.
Why?
Well. I might leave the writing on. You know, I was talking to my wife about it recently because the writing obviously has a lot of meaning to it.
Sure.
My dad's obviously taught me martial arts since I was 7 years old, but I'm going to do a different design around it.
When did you get that?
Oh, I was about 18-ish.
Okay.
I've been getting tattooed for a long time, but I'm trying to make everything balanced, nice, and then pull the plug. But it takes with training and all the rest of it. Like I've had a couple of issues with infections.
Oh yeah.
Like tattoos get infected, and as you know, I'm a bit of a germaphobe, and that whole thing going, and it's just not very nice. This
is why it's so much more fun to be in person than on Zoom. I can't ask you about these things. I can't notice these things.
What? Bad tattoos?
Yeah, you know.
I mean, anyone can notice them. Someone sent me a comment. This is when I decided to get it. Someone sent me a comment, and these days I try and I just what's the
don't read them.
I just do the post and ghost thing these days. I try to anyway.
Get someone to do it for you.
Yeah, well, I do now.
Yeah.
And my plan is when I'm in training camp, I'm going no phone and everything. I'm going no phone.
What do you mean no phone?
I don't want to use my phone anymore when I'm in training camp.
How do people interact with you?
They don't. That's the idea of it. Well, I'll probably have like a little shitter. Like that I can.
What about me, like WhatsApping you? I can't send you messages.
What I'll do, I'm thinking what I'm going to do is I'm going to get another number and I'm just going to text people like I'm in contact with and I speak to and I like, not people who bother me. So you'll probably be staying
Do I make the cut?
No, you'll be staying
No,
not really. People who I get on with and I speak to and I'm friends with and don't bring any negative energy, they'll be. But I won't be posting on. Well, my social media will be getting posted on, but I won't be posting.
Sure.
And I just want people who I speak to on a regular basis, stuff like that.
Okay, wow. Yeah. So you go like 0 dark 30, as they say.
I'm going all in on the training camp. Like I didn't come this far to, I don't like, when I got the knee injury, it was taking a bit of a deep turn here.
I like this.
A bit of a dark turn. But when I took the knee injury, I really had some massive internal conversations about whether I want to continue this sport or not, seriously. And there was days that I didn't. To be honest, I didn't really want to. I thought this is too hard. I want to do something else, and I decided that if I want to continue the sport, I want to literally go like all in, like no distractions, anything that stopped me being the best. Then I'm gonna stop it.
Wow.
I don't want to be involved, and sometimes I feel like social media on my phone can be a distraction, and I want to cut that out. Like I started really being really being serious with my strength and conditioning, really serious with my training and the training partners that I have. That was massive for me. Really serious about who I spend time with and socialise with and stuff like that. And I think sometimes when I'm in training camp, posting on social media and the response from it can be a bit of a distraction, and I want to cut that out as well.
How close were you to actually saying you're done?
I don't know. So, some days I was quite close, but I think part of that was the fact that my leg hurt so much. Like when you have surgery and you're in pain all day, that's hard mentally on its own. Not to add into the fact that I just lost a fight in front of 20,000 of my own fans. Like that's tough.
Quote unquote lost.
If you look at the records, it says that I lost.
Yeah.
So, and I always look at MMA like a fight, like an actual fight, like self-defense. And if we were in an actual fight, I wouldn't be doing too good with one leg. So that's why I want to get it back. Like that's a loss on my record. If anyone Googles Tom Aspinall versus Curtis Blaydes, he won and I lost.
Right.
So that's why I want to get it back.
Did you voice this to your family?
Yeah. What the fact that I might? I think it was pretty obvious. I don't think I need to voice it, and I'm extremely lucky that I have some. Not just my dad. I'm very lucky to have my dad, of course, but some other close family members and friends, like people, are there to remind me, like, this is what you spent your whole life doing. And since I come back, I have had like a burning desire of greatness, and I don't let stuff drag me from that ever. Because I think before I was a bit of a pushover, you know, in terms of how I spent my time, the people that I spent my time with. If someone would make me feel, oh, will you just come and do this on this day? Oh yeah, go on, I'll go and do it. I'm selfish now, completely selfish. If it doesn't help me being the best, it has none of my time. Zero of it, absolutely zero. And whether I succeed in this sport or not, at least when I'm retired, I can look back and go, well, I tried my best there. And that's all that anyone can do is try the best.
You're not used to losing.
I don't like losing.
You don't like losing?
Yeah, but I'm completely aware. On the other hand, there's two of us in there. One of us has to win and one of us has to lose. And at some point, that's going to happen. But in terms of skill, actual skill level, I think I'm head and shoulders above anyone else in the heavyweight division. But I'm also very, 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 very aware that I can lose at any moment.
What about in the heavyweight darts division?
Are you going to play darts for me?
I just want to know.
Luke Littler. Big
That's the man.
Luke Littler.
That's the man.
Everyone loves him in the UK right now.
When you go for a box of toys with the boys, did I get that right?
No.
Fuck,
You're talking about box of toys as in boys?
Yes. When you go out, did I screw that up?
Yeah, you messed it up big time.
So when you go to the local.
When you go to the local with a box of toys.
Yeah, there it is. Do you partake?
When you go for a cheeky one with a box
yes,
of toys.
Yes, a cheeky one. You partake?
Yeah, I'll do a bit of darts in the boozer. Yeah.
What's the boozer?
The pub.
Oh, that's what it's called.
That's what we call it, yeah. You're going.
And how would you rate your game?
Where is the dartboard? It's not there. Around the back.
It's right over there.
Oh, that's it. Okay.
Let's go, Tom.
Yeah, you want to play?
Me versus you.
Are you doing round the board, or are you doing highest score wins?
What is around the board? No, it's 3 versus 3. Highest score wins.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
You don't know what round the board is?
It's something like you have. We don't have time for that. We'd be here for all freaking afternoon. But this is what we do with the luminaries on our program. We go 3 versus 3. And
where's the starting thing?
This right here.
That's a bit close, isn't it?
No, listen. These are. And by the way, could we just recognize the fact that this is an official board gifted to me by Michael Smith, Bully Boy, and Michael Van Gerwen. Do you know who they are?
I know Michael Van Gerwen.
Legend. Michael Smith. He was the one who won last year.
I don't follow darts that much, but I really want to go to the Ali Pali.
Oh, it's tremendous.
really
Have you been?
Never been. I'm first, am I?
You go first. So it's just 3 versus 3, but
no warm-ups.
No, I'm a great guest. Excuse me, I'm a great host. You're a great guest. I give you one warm-up shot.
One.
Just to get your feet wet.
What if I do a treble on the warm-up?
And go ahead, you can keep it. But no, the warm-up is just 1 shot, not 3.
Yeah, but what if I do a treble 20 on the warm-up?
Oh yeah, go ahead. But I just want to ask you. Oh wait. If I beat you, what do I get?
What do you want?
I want to walk you out for your next fight.
Oh, steady on. You're not allowed in the building anymore.
Fuck you, Tom.
Kicking me out.
Are you kidding me?
What do you want? What do you want? Be honest.
A hug.
I'll hook you up with that.
Okay, let's see your form. Oh my gosh, look at this.
What's wrong with that?
No, nothing. No commentary. Oh, that's not bad.
I'll stick with that.
You're keeping it.
I was keeping it.
Okay, here he goes. How do you feel about the lights in your face? Because Eddie, your friend, always complains about the lights.
Eddie Hearn?
Yeah.
You had Eddie Hearn in studio multiple occasions.
Yes.
Why you never me and Eddie on a collab?
Would you like to do that?
I don't know if Eddie knows of my existence. Oh, he was at one of my fights. He was.
He was, and weren't you supposed to do like a thing one time?
What thing?
Was that you, like a Zoom with him?
Yeah, I was actually.
Yes.
I'm just joking. I'm just pulling Eddie's leg out.
Yeah, no,
I don't have any relationship with Eddie. But I'm a fan of Eddie's.
You're chatting too much shite right now, all right?
This is what happens in the boozer.
That's right. Here we go. Oof! Off the board?
Was it off the board?
Ah, you know yourself, Tom. You're choking. What?
18.
What?
Right, if you can't beat this.
2
you've
off
got
the
issues.
board, Tom. This is embarrassing.
I was going for the glory, weren't I?
This is
Mate, that's how I do. Do you not see my last fight? All in.
That's the kind of guy I feel.
Swing for the fences and hope
I
for the
feel
best.
bad. You come to New York, UFC. I'm gonna have to beat you, a
Come
little
on.
schmuck like me.
Come on.
All right, here we go. Tom, I mean, this is. You need to.
I seen Jack Shaw was doing a bit of this.
What is that? Oh, 4. Well, you got an 18, huh? Did I get an 18 there?
I think you've got an 18. No, 4.
Oh, that's a 666 right there. There's your 18.
Oh, you beat me already.
Yeah,
You don't need the last one.
I'll look ahead.
Quick maths.
Oh, almost got it right there.
Well done, mate.
And the 20.
I'll take a loss, mate. And there's no ego there in darts.
You told me you're a germaphobe, so I don't want to.
We can hug it out.
My
for
guy
having me, mate.
Tom.
Thank you.
There he is. What an absolute legend. Tom Aspinall going to Las Vegas. If you see him there, well, you're just walking off. I'm saying goodbye to you. I'm talking to the camera. Look at us. We're right here.
I'm a TNT guy. I know how to look in the camera and smile, mate. Where is it?
By the way, I think you took my job.
Well, you don't
I was with TNT and they dropped me, and now.
Cheaper option, you see.
Well, they did. They had to clear up some of the pay.
Where's the camera?
We're right over there. Anyway, that's Tom Aspinall. He's going to be fighting soon. If you're in Vegas, tell him you love him. Give him a hug. Maybe don't touch his hands because he's a germaphobe.
No, I don't mind it.
Okay, all right.
You're bringing me up to. You're making it a mountain out of a molehill.
Okay, so
I don't
just
mind.
shake his hand.
Shake the
Kiss
hand.
him. Do whatever you got to do.
Can I go now?
Thanks for watching. We appreciate it very much. Hey, if you like this video, give us the old thumbs up. Subscribe as well. You could get many more of these videos on the channel, so please do that. We would love you forever if you did so.